Hari Om and Namaste, loves. Today, we're going to talk about getting farther from your higher self and ignoring the signs of that. Let's start with a prayer. We ask that the highest guides, messages of this collective that came in to see this video, and my own guides of the highest love and light, give us a message today that we are able to process. In Jesus Christos' name, amen. Okay, so I hear many times that people are like, I'm blah, blah, blah is happening, but I'm not trying to be ungrateful. But I'm not ungrateful, but this, I don't like this thing going on. Now, they don't like where they are, or they don't like how they feel about something, or they don't like a situation. Now, I will say that, definitely being grateful for something is very, very important. Being grateful for what you have is very important. Seeing the positive in your situation, but also knowing that you want better also, okay? That there's certain things that you would like to upgrade in your environment, in your world, in your job, in your love life. So acknowledging that too is important, as well as the other. So also to know, in addition to this, is that, let's say you're in a job and it's paying the bills, and you're saying, now I'm not ungrateful, but there's something in you that's telling you, like your heart sings every day, closes down, because you've got to go in, and you just feel yourself being drained. And out of fear, you're not leaving. Out of fear, it is important to acknowledge that. Do not ignore it. Nor the other pitfall is that don't shame yourself for staying because you don't know of another way out yet. But when you acknowledge that you're being called to have courage or start manifesting another career, another place to be, a better situation, it's important that you do not deny that and say, I'm not ungrateful. That is a way, for instance, like in a job, that is a way of keeping yourself in that situation and not following the calling of your higher power to your highest timeline. That is because you're feeling worse and worse because there's a higher timeline. Your higher power is creating a higher timeline out of that position that you have, out of that situation that you've been in. It's creating something that what Abraham Hicks calls the vortex. And it's creating, that vortex is getting bigger and bigger, and you're not in it. You're getting farther out of the center of that. You're getting farther away from your higher power, essentially. And you're going to feel worse. And that is not ungratitude. That is not being ingracious or ungrateful. That is a calling. That is the downside of waking up. Do you see that? The downside of waking up is that if your higher power's going and you're not following and manifesting yourself out of your fears, facing your fear, what is it calling you to? Yeah, be grateful. Be grateful for where you landed and the stepping stone, but it's a stepping stone. And people who evolve tend to move around a lot. They tend to move up and up, and they leave. You'll start leaving behind situations that were bad for situations that were okay, and situations that were good. And you'll leave that behind. You'll leave it behind because people will say you're crazy. What are you doing? That's irresponsible. You know, you have to do what you have to do. How many times have you heard that? Gotta do what you gotta do. That is the call of a dying animal. Gotta do what you gotta do. Somebody whose soul is dead. Do you want what they have? Then listen to them. Look at what they got. Do you want it? Don't look at their things. Look at how they feel. They'll tell you. Listen to what they say on a daily basis. And ask yourself, do you want to take their advice? So, when we are being called to move forward, yes, your higher power doesn't want you to get in overwhelming fear. But to stay in a situation because you're fearful, because you can't let go, or not working your way out, and have your mind at least working towards that, manifesting that in your mind, and then taking some kind of action. Work your way out of it. Now, I am not saying this out of something that I haven't also experienced. I am an MSW, a Master of Social Work. I have left situations that were unfulfilling for something I felt that was fulfilling, and I've always been taken care of. I've done it time and time and time again. Yeah, I'm not, at this point, I'm not going to say. I will say that I feel abundant. I always feel abundant. I have what I need and what I want. I can always do what I want. I've traveled when I was homeless. If I wanted to go somewhere, a way was made. I could do it. And I travel and I have the means manifest. So, work on the manifesting. If something fearful comes up, know that fear is not real. What you fear is not real, but you've got to work your mind out of the fear. You've got to have some kind of vision to start working yourself out of it, so you're not overwhelmed. to take that step you need to take. If you need to, develop, if you can, develop a little nest egg that you know you can get by for so many months and you're not stressed to move out of that situation. I did that. They actually paid me to leave a job. And I'm using it to launch myself. How about that? So take that chance. And ways or may miraculous things happen. You may need to start manifesting. Let the universe show you it's there for you. But you can do it if you want to believe. Want to believe. Get ready to be ready. Do those manifestations. Do your meditation. Do your prayer. Do your yoga. Eat right. Do all the little things. Script. Start believing. Start having a vision. Do what you can do. Take the next step. When I went to Mexico during COVID, I said, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get where I want to go. And if they turn me back, I can say I tried. But at least I will go to the step the last step that I can take. And I got where I was going. As a matter of fact, they had border police, I was told, before I arrived. But by the time I got there, they were gone. So, start practicing the manifestation. Test it. Start developing your courage. Start developing that fearlessness. Get out there and watch the universe open doors on your behalf. Namaste. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Blessed.